Some dogs do not just love their owners, they choose them again and again, every morning, every night, every time the door opens, every time a familiar voice calls their name. To the world, they may look like ordinary dogs. A golden retriever sleeping by the couch, a little terrier waiting at the window, an old dog walking slowly behind his person. But to the people they love, they are never ordinary. They are family, they are comfort, they are home. And sometimes, even when their bodies grow weak, even when their steps become slow, even when they do not have much strength left, they still do the one thing they have always done. They look for their person. This is a story about dogs who loved their owners until the end. Not because they were trained to, not because they had to, but because to a dog, love means staying close. The first dog was named Buddy. Buddy was the kind of dog who always knew when his owner was coming home. Before the car reached the driveway, his ears would lift. Before the key touched the door, his tail would start moving. And before anyone could say his name, Buddy was already there, waiting. For years, this was his favorite part of the day. Not the food, not the toys, not even the walks. It was the moment his person came home. Every afternoon, Buddy would sit by the same window. He would watch the street. He would listen for the car. And when he finally saw it, his whole body changed. The old quiet house suddenly had sound again. Paws on the floor, tail against the wall, a happy little cry that said everything words could not. Buddy did not need much. He just needed his person to come back. But one winter, his owner became sick. The car stopped coming home at the same time. The footsteps were gone. The voice was gone. The hand that used to touch Buddy's head was gone. No one could explain it to him. No one could tell him why the person he loved most was not walking through the door anymore. So Buddy kept waiting. Every afternoon, he went back to the window. Every sound made him lift his head. Every car made him hope. People said, he does not understand. But maybe Buddy understood love better than anyone, because he did not stop waiting just because the world had changed. In his heart, that window was not just a window. It was the place where love always came back. And until his very last days, Buddy still went there, slowly, carefully, with white fur around his face and tired legs beneath him. But when the light hit the road outside, he would raise his head, still waiting, still loving, still believing that the person who had been his whole world might come home. Some dogs love by waiting, some dogs love by staying. The second dog was named Rosie. Rosie was not a loud dog. She did not jump on people. She did not bark for attention. She was gentle in the quietest way. When her owner sat down, Rosie sat beside her. When her owner moved to another room, Rosie followed. When her owner cried, Rosie did not get nervous. She simply came closer. That was Rosie's gift. She knew how to be near. When her owner was diagnosed with a serious illness, life inside the house changed. There were more quiet mornings, more medicine bottles on the table, more days when getting out of bed felt impossible. But Rosie never acted confused by the sadness. She did not need everything to be normal. She only needed to know where her person was. On the hardest days, Rosie would lie beside the bed for hours. She would rest her head near her owner's hand. Sometimes, her owner did not have the strength to speak, but Rosie stayed anyway. She listened to the breathing. She watched every small movement. And whenever that hand reached down, Rosie pressed her face into it, as if she was saying, "I am here. I am still here. You are not alone." There are people who go through pain with many visitors, many words, there are many people around them. And there are people who go through pain with one dog lying quietly beside them. For Rosie's owner, Rosie was not just a pet. She was the soft place in a hard season, the warm body beside a tired heart, the living proof that love does not always need words. As Rosie grew older, she began to slow down too. Her walks became shorter, her naps became longer, her hearing faded, but even when she could not hear her name clearly anymore, she could still feel her owner's touch. And that was enough. Near the end, Rosie could not follow her owner from room to room the way she used to. So her owner moved a chair closer to Rosie's bed. Every day, they sat together. No big adventure, no long walk, no perfect moment. Just two old friends sharing the quiet. And sometimes, that is what love becomes. Not running, not playing, not excitement, just staying, just breathing beside each other, just being close while time becomes precious. Some dogs love by staying. Some dogs love by trying. The third dog was named Charlie. When Charlie was young, he was impossible to keep still. He chased leaves. He stole socks. He ran in circles after baths. He barked at delivery trucks like he personally owned the street. He was messy, funny, stubborn, and completely convinced that every day was the best day of his life. His owner used to say, "Charlie, you are too much." But the truth was, Charlie made the house feel alive. He filled every room with energy. If someone opened the fridge, Charlie was there. If someone touched the leash, Charlie was ready. If someone sat on the floor, Charlie believed that meant playtime. For many years, Charlie and his owner did everything together. Morning walks, car rides, lazy Sundays, garden naps, trips to the park. Ordinary days that did not feel important at the time. Only later would they become everything. Then Charlie got old. At first it was small. He did not jump as high. He slept a little longer. He took more time to stand up. Then his face turned white. His steps became careful. The dog who once pulled toward every tree now stopped after a few minutes to rest. His owner started walking slower too. Not because she had to, because Charlie did. And when you love an old dog, you learn to change your pace. You learn that a short walk can still be beautiful. You learn that sitting in the sun can be an adventure. You learn that helping them stand is not a burden. It is a privilege. Charlie could not do many of the things he used to do, but he still tried. When his owner came into the room, he tried to get up. When she called his name, his tail tried to move. When she sat beside him, he leaned into her like he had done his whole life. His body was tired, but his heart still remembered exactly where home was. One afternoon, his owner carried him into the garden. It was his favorite place, the place where he used to chase birds, the place where he used to sleep under the tree, the place where he had spent so many summer days pretending he was the king of the yard. Now he could only lie there quietly. But when the wind moved through the grass, Charlie lifted his nose. His owner sat beside him. She placed one hand on his back, and for a moment, Charlie looked peaceful, not young again, not healed, but home. That is the beautiful pain of loving an old dog. You watch them become slower. You watch the world become harder for them. But you also see love become clearer. Because when everything else fades, the bond remains. The eyes still search for you. The body still leans toward you. The heart still chooses you. Some dogs love by trying. Some dogs love with one final look. The fourth dog was named Max. Max had been with his owner through almost everything. Moving houses, changing jobs, breakups, lonely nights, new beginnings. Max had seen every version of his person. The happy one, the tired one, the broken one, the one who sat on the kitchen floor and cried when nobody else was there. And Max loved every version. They do not love only the successful version of you. They do not leave when life gets messy. They just stay close. Max was always close. At night, he slept near the bed. During storms, he pressed his body against his owner's legs. When his owner worked late, Max slept under the desk. He was not just part of the house. Then came the day Max could no longer climb the stairs. His owner slept downstairs with him. Then came the day Max no longer wanted his food. His owner sat beside him and tried every little thing he used to love. Then came the day Max was too tired to stand, and his owner knew. Anyon, who has loved a dog, knows that moment. The moment when your heart understands before your mind is ready. The moment when love stops asking, "How do I keep you here?" and starts asking, "How do I make this gentle for you?" On Max's final day, the house was quiet. His favorite blanket was under him. His owner was beside him. One hand rested on his chest. The other touched his face. Max was very tired. But then, for a few seconds, he opened his eyes. He looked directly at his owner. Not at the room, not at the door, not at anything else. Just at the person he had chosen his whole life. That look said everything. "Thank you. I know. I love you. I am not afraid if you are here." Maybe we imagine those words because we need them. Or maybe dogs have been saying them all along in the only language they know, with the way they stay close until they cannot stay anymore. Max's owner never forgot that look. Years later, she could still remember it. The softness, the trust, the feeling that goodbye was breaking her heart. But love was still in the room. Because dogs do not only teach us how to love, they teach us how to say goodbye gently, honestly, after a dog is gone. The house does not become empty all at once. It becomes quiet in small places. The bowl by the door, the leash on the hook, the bed in the corner, the nose that no longer pushes your hand, the eyes that no longer follow you from room to room. The silence is not one big thing. It is 100 small things missing at the same time. You are not only missing an animal, you are missing a routine, a presence, a witness to your ordinary life. Your dog knew the sound of your footsteps, the shape of your sadness, the hour you usually came home, the chair you sat in when you were tired, the way your voice changed when you were trying not to cry. Your dog knew you in a way the world did not, and loved you without asking you to explain. So when they leave, love does not disappear. It changes shape. It becomes a photo on the shelf, a collar in a drawer, a favorite toy you cannot throw away, a place in the garden you still look at, a name you still say out loud. Some people keep a paw print, some keep a blanket, some plant flowers, some create a small memorial stone in the backyard, under a tree beside the flowers, or in the place where their dog loved to rest. Not because a stone can hold all the love. It cannot. But because sometimes the heart needs a place to put what it still carries. A place to pause, a place to remember, a place that says, "You mattered, and you are still part of this home." That is what remembering really means. It is not refusing to move forward. It is carrying love forward in a gentler way. Buddy waited by the window. Rosie stayed beside the bed. Charlie grew old in the garden. Max gave one final look. Different dogs, different lives. The kind that stays. The kind that chooses you again and again. The kind that does not end just because a heartbeat stops. Dogs do not stay with us for our whole lives. But they give us their whole lives. And maybe that is why we remember them so deeply. Because to us, they were our dogs. But to them, we were everything. We were the door they waited by. So if this story reminded you of a dog you loved, write their name in the comments. Let this be a small place to remember them. And if your heart is still carrying the love of a dog who is no longer here, know this. They were not just a pet. They were your family. And love like that never truly leaves. It only finds a quieter place to stay.